Hey guys, I feel like I haven't talked to you, to the world. I feel like I haven't been so engaged in a while. And obviously, on purpose, right? I took a break from social media. I tried to understand what was going on with my mind and all the emotions, the energy, the anxiety, the things. Was it possible that social media was playing a role in my mental health? It was, and I needed to see that. I needed to experience, I needed to detox so I can get a better understanding and kind of build a better relationship with it. Because the truth is I love being here. I love sharing my life. I love sharing the wins, the losses, the lessons. It's been one of my biggest blessings to turn so much of the pain in my life into purpose. And it started to feel heavy. So I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I want to tell you some stories about really what brought on this shift over the last 8 months, this time and deep reflection. Because I think what I've given myself is really special. I think it's something that a lot of us should give ourselves, but we haven't yet figured out how to do it because, to be honest, I feel like it felt against the grain, right? It felt against like the societal norm, like to kind of take a step back didn't feel, especially at a time in my life, right? I didn't necessarily have all the resources to take a step back. It just felt what was right to me, and it felt like what God was telling me to do. What my soul needed was some time to reflect and align. I loved doing what I was doing. I loved doing UPX. I loved taking people on massive adventures and changing how they feel about themselves, their physicality, like rewiring people's brain. I love what I do, plain and simple. But man, I was just starting to feel heavy. Like this whole idea of like, well, you got to have a hook and I got to keep you entertained and I got to make sure that I capture your attention and all this that goes into marketing, which I get. I'm not saying it's wrong. We are in an attention economy, and that is how it works. Like the more people that can capture the attention of the listener, the more they get fed. But that idea started to plague my ability to share my truth and my wisdom and just share my life, right? In hopes that, hey, like maybe it helps you have a better life. Like maybe you can see some of yourself and some of the pain and the stuff that I had been through, the addictions, the struggle, the depression, the anxiety, the burnout, the overwhelm, like the challenges of entrepreneurship, the challenges of building a strong and healthy relationship, of changing your internal relationship, of, healing masculine and feminine wounds, like blah, blah, right? Like there's a lot of things that I've done in my life, and I hope that me sharing has been helpful. And I know that it has. And I've heard from so many of you. And that, to be honest, is one of the things that really keeps me in this game and keeps me on this path, I should say. These last 8 months was just this time to reflect, because that's what I felt like I really needed. I started to feel icky in this idea of like trying to capture people's attention when really I just wanted to share, to provide value, right? So all this stuff just started to feel a little heavy, and to me, I knew it was what I wanted, but it also felt like something's in the way. I didn't want like my entire company to be hinged on my own physical health and my own physicality. What I know now is that what was in the way was all of the noise that I get from all these different outlets of information and ways to do things. And what I found in the silence and the time and reflection was my own voice, was my own strength. I remembered more of myself. I got clear about a lot of stuff that I was questioning. Is this what I want? Is this the path I want to take? Do I want to do this forever? What is, missing? What's off? What's not in alignment? Where am I still wearing a mask? That was the thing I really had to ask me. Where am I still wearing a mask? Where am I still doing something because I feel like it's what I'm supposed to do, even though it might not be what I really want to do? Man, I stopped running, and I love running, but it felt like running became a job. It was becoming the job. Training was becoming this thing that I had to do, even though I love to do it. And to be honest, I feel like we all should do it every day. Even though all that is true for me, it became heavy. So I just have taken a step back. And I got to be honest, it was really helpful. And I wish more people would do it. And I think it seems really scary for a lot of people to do it. And I get that. Because to be honest, it was scary for me too. It didn't feel normal or logical to take a step back when, again, I wasn't like resource flush. I wasn't cash flush, but it felt right. And every single time I do something like this, I go against the grain, I go against the norm, I go against whatever the cultural, societal pressure tells me, right? Like, no, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And I do what follows what's in my heart. Everything always pans out. Everything always seems to come together. The light like freaking shines. It's like, this is what you're supposed to do. And it makes everything easier. So here I am coming back and sharing more because you know what? I feel cleansed. I feel balanced. I feel grounded. I feel like I've cleared a lot of space and I'm ready and excited to pour back in. And I've worked on some cool things in the background. I've got some cool projects I'm gonna be launching soon. It felt like every time I got online, and this is probably just my feed and my algorithm, but it just felt like every time I got online, it was like a swamp. It's like, do this, like, stop doing this, like, you gotta get away from the seed oil. Like, it was just like, it's like, I feel like we're the generation that has told our parents that the news is poison and you gotta stop watching it. And yet, my generation, we've also created this new line of news that is 10x worse than the news that our parents watched, right? Because it is still the same constant fear-mongering. And I don't believe that I really subscribed or participated in it, but I wanted to ensure that I wasn't going to do that because that's where the trend was leading. Being an expert, condemning this and putting light on this. There's so many millions of ways to do things, and I am not here to tell you that my way is the way. I think what I really just want is just to continue to share and allow God to put all the pieces together and let him just be my banker, right? Like, let him be my banker because he's always looked out and everything has always worked out with me that way. And if I just continue to lead with my heart, to me, that always feels like the best things. I don't know. I'm just sharing because like I'm back to training. I got a big goal on my calendar. I'm back to sharing. I'm calling myself out for, I think, feeling like I was going to keep coming back. Like, here I come. No, I'm out. Here I come. No, I'm out. Here I come. No, I'm out. But I don't know. It just feels a little bit more real today. And I wanted to share. And I wanted to say that, hey, I love you and I appreciate you. Everybody that's listened and been a part of my journey and has opened their doors to collaborating and working with me and allowed me to help transform their lives. Thank you. I love you. It's been a wild ride, this life. And if some of my experience can help others avoid pain, if some of my experience can help others feel better about who they are, if some of my experience can help you believe in the possibility of what is really capable for your life, let's go. Otherwise, hey, I'll just go do something else. Because I got a lot of possibilities in life, but I think this is for me. I know for me, this is where I'm called to be. And it was really helpful for me to take that time to reflect, even though I knew sometimes checking our alignment, making sure we're on the right path, stepping back to ensure that there aren't any extra forces and loud noises that are directing us in a place that we don't really want to go is very helpful. And again, hopefully I can continue to be the example for these strange choices that we make in personal development to live the best life. All right, well, we back. Let's go get it. I hope you have a great day. What was I saying? I lost myself. What was I saying?